What's up everyone, my name is Hytro, and welcome to a Hytale video. Today's mod showcase will be the Elemental Swords mod by Iced Fox Studios. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, and as always I will make sure to link Iced Fox Studios in the description down below and the mod if you guys want to check this mod out. So yeah, hopefully you do enjoy. If you're purchasing Hytale anytime soon, remember to use code Hytro. And with that being said, let the showcase begin. Alright, so this mod adds 5 weapons, and pretty much it's different elements of the flame long sword, pretty much. So this is not a part of the mod, this is already in the game. Let's take a look at these, and this first one should look very familiar to some of you. This first one is actually the Title Force sword, and I've used this in a thumbnail, as you can see on screen, this live stream. And that is because this sword closely resembles my OC character sword, which is pretty much this on screen, an edited version of the flame sword pretty much. So yeah, let's check this out, and we're gonna test this thing. So, as always, we're gonna spawn in an entity. Maybe let's do a larva. Hopefully it doesn't disappear. And as you can see, this sword has actually made the thing dizzy. So yeah, that was 2 hits, and that pretty much ended him in 2 hits. We're gonna spawn in the skeleton right here. So again, gonna have the same effect on the skeleton. It's gonna make him dizzy. That's 2 hits. That's 3. That's 4 hits. Let's move on to the crawler and let's see how well this does. That was 3 hits as well. I think we can move on to the void spawn, and I think this sword may be able to take the void spawn down. Let's see how this goes. Made him dizzy. That's 2 hits. That's 3 hits. That's 4 hits. That's 5. That's 6 hits. And he died within 7 hits in Hytale. So yeah, once again, this is the Title Force sword. I almost forgot to do this. Here's what it looks like in hand. Pretty sick and pretty awesome. And let's move on to our next sword, which is the Frostbite sword. Let's change up the location too. And here we go, this is more like it. Now that we're here, let me show you guys what this sword looks like. Once again, this is the Frostbite sword. Here's what it looks like in hand. Pretty cool. And we're gonna test this thing now. So yeah, let's test this out. I think we can go with something strong. So let's do a Skeleton Frost Archer. And as you can see, it looks like he is freezing. Looks like he's freezing. So I got 1 hit on him, but it's taking his health down. So I have 2 hits, and that's 3 hits, and he's done. But yeah, that is the Frostbite sword. Let's now move on to our next sword. Alright, our next sword is the Radiant Blade. So here's what it looks like in hand. Pretty awesome once again. And if I am not mistaken, I don't think I've done this. I'm pretty sure all of them still have the same like poke animation, just like the regular fire element sword. What was this? It's not a fire element sword, it's the flame long sword, my bad. But let's switch back to the Radiant Blade and let's test this out. I already see a skeleton. Let's see how many hits it takes. It lights him ablaze. And he's down within 2 hits. This sword is pretty strong in terms of taking down a skeleton. But is it strong enough to take down a crawler and even a void spawn? Let's see. I think instead of a crawler this time, it may be more fitting to do a Scarrick. So let me search that up. Not the Defender, not that one. Probably this one. So let's get him out. Alright, so let's get him out. We're gonna light him ablaze. Dodge him. If you get 2 good hits on enemies like the the skeleton and the scarab, at least the ones that crawl on the ground, it's probably a 2-hit and then they're done. But yeah, once again, let's try something stronger. I don't know if a crawler is really that much stronger. I don't think so. That's 1 hit. That should be 2 hits, and he's done too. So let's try the void spawn now. Alright, the void spawn is here. Gonna hit him once. Gonna hit him twice. He might be 3 hits. Maybe? Okay, so for the void spawns, it'll take you about 5 hits. That makes plenty of sense, but yeah, once again, this is the Radiant Blade. This is what it looks like. And let's move on to our next sword. Alright, so our next sword is Gaia's Embrace. So here's what that looks like in hand. Once again, pretty cool. And let's test this thing out now. So here, let's spawn him in. And let's take him down. I think that's poison, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's being poisoned. I'm not sure if it's doing anything to him. I don't think it is. I don't think this is doing anything to him. That was 4 hits, so I don't think the poison affected him. Let's try and find something that is affected by poison. Let's spawn in a Chork, and let's see if this will work. Spawn in a Brawler, and now let's see if this will actually work. I saw a bush effect as well, so let's see. He's getting some heavy hits, I'm not gonna lie. That took him down in 3 hits, so I want to say maybe the poison is working, or this is poison. I'm not quite sure of that though. But with that being said, let's move on to our final sword in this mod showcase. And the final sword in this mod showcase is the Abyssal Edge. So here is what that looks like in hand. Looks pretty cool. Reminds me of Kairos' sword actually. And as you can see, there are some effects here. I don't know if I can get it to pop up again. There was an effect though, like there was like, yeah, there's like some essence in the sky when you equipped it. So that's pretty cool. And also there's a trail when you're walking too, or is that for all of them? It looks like for all of them there's a trail. I don't know how I didn't notice this before. But yeah, there's a trail for each and every one. I did not know that. But yeah, let's go back to this and let's test it out. Alright, let's spawn in a skeleton. And let's see what effect this has. It looks like he's turned like purple, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know like if he's being slow killed or if that means he can't run as fast. It looks like he cannot run as fast, but I could be wrong because usually he would be sprinting after me. And now he's going that way. He's gonna regen his health. Why is he running so fast? His health is regen though, so that's 1 hit. That's 2 hits. That's 3 hits. And with 4 hits, he is done. I don't know if this is gonna work on the void spawns. Let's try the crawler though. That's 1. That's 2. And it looks like it does affect void creatures. It looks like they cannot sprint or run. With 4 hits, he is down as well. Let's see how this does against the void spawn. That's 1 hit. That's 2 hits. That's 3 hits. Looks like he's more than 4 hits. So it pretty much took him down in 7 hits. So yeah, let me do this. And that is pretty much it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the showcase. And if you did, then please feel free to drop a like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Also, if you create Hytale mods, or if you're just a regular viewer of this channel and there's a mod that you want me to showcase, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have a Discord and you want to join my Discord, the Vortex City, and suggest it there, you're welcome to do that as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. But yeah, let me know what other mods you guys would like me to do. I'll still be doing mod showcases here and there, but if there's any suggestions, I will also take those into account as well. And yeah, with that being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will catch you guys in the next Hytale video.